Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Childcare Director's Chair. And as a childcare director, your responsibilities are vast and demanding. It's so important that you learn how to delegate tasks effectively to ensure the smooth running of your center and the well-being of the children under your care, not to mention the well-being of your own sanity. Delegation not only lightens your workload, but it also empowers your staff members and fosters a sense of teamwork. So today I wanted to do 12 quick tips that can help you delegate effectively. Number 1 is identify the right tasks. Determine which tasks can be delegated without compromising quality or safety. Focus on activities that align with your staff's skills and expertise. And maybe you don't even know what those skills or expertise are. So maybe it starts with having a conversation with your staff to see what areas that they feel that they're confident in, any areas that they feel that they can bring to the table to help you run your center. And the more opportunities you give to more people, the more buy-in you're going to have anyway. And honestly, none of us can do it all ourselves, although I think oftentimes we try. The second thing, as always, communicate clearly. Clearly articulate your expectations, the deadlines, and desired outcomes for each delegated task. Provide any necessary instructions or guidelines to ensure everyone is on the same page. The next thing you want to think about is selecting the right person. Assigning tasks to individuals who have the necessary knowledge and skills to complete them successfully. And consider their workload and availability to avoid overwhelming everyone. You may have someone on your team that's really great at everything and is willing to help everywhere, but you can't give them everything either. So you do have to make sure that you spread the workload so that everybody can not only be productive, but also have a feeling of balance and feeling of accomplishment, because it's very, very disheartening when you have a large list and you don't feel that you are productive and you don't feel like you got anything done. And so you don't want to do that to yourself, but you also don't want to do that to your team. Next, you want to provide training and support. If a staff member lacks the required skills, offer training or guidance to help them develop the necessary competencies. Be able to answer questions and provide ongoing support throughout the tasks. And sometimes that's hard because what we tend to do is say, oh, it'd just be faster if I do it myself, which is probably true, but then you're going to continue to do it yourself forever. So put a little bit of that extra time in at the front. That way you gain some time at the back end. Imagine if people were cross-trained and you had multiple people who knew how to do multiple things within your company. That would be amazing. That way everything wouldn't be on you or your A players who often are the first ones to volunteer. The next thing is delegate authority. Empower your staff by granting them the authority to make decisions related to their delegated tasks. Not only does this increase their confidence, but it also ensures accountability. And when you hold people accountable, things tend to get done quicker, faster, more efficiently. If the areas are too gray as to who is responsible for what the timeline is, often delegation doesn't work the way that it is intended to. Step number 6 is set realistic deadlines. Ensure that the deadlines are reasonable and achievable. Rushing tasks can lead to mistakes and unnecessary stress. So make sure you allow your staff enough time to complete their delegated responsibilities effectively. Next tip is encourage open communication. Create an environment where your staff feels comfortable sharing feedback, asking questions, seeking clarification, or honestly, just providing their own take on what's been delegated to them. See, the open lines of communication foster collaboration and they prevent any misunderstandings. Now, of course, we give guidelines and we give timelines and we give feedback, but you want to make sure that we are monitoring progress. Regularly check in with your staff to track the progress of the delegated tasks. Offer guidance or assisted, if needed, and provide constructive feedback to ensure that the tasks are being completed satisfactorily. You want to recognize and appreciate your staff. So that would be my next tip. Acknowledge the efforts and achievements of your staff members when they successfully complete a delegated task. A simple word of appreciation can really go a long way in boosting morale and motivation. And it's okay to make mistakes, so learn from them. So that's my next tip. Tip number 10 is learn from mistakes. If a delegated task doesn't go as planned, view it as a learning opportunity for both you and your staff. Analyze what went wrong, identify the areas for improvement, and adjust your delegation approach accordingly. Number 11 is delegate progressively. Continually increase the complexity and responsibility of the delegated tasks. As your staff members gain confidence and demonstrate competency, this allows for professional growth and development within your team and your whole team. Do not give everything to one or two of the A players. Make sure that you're giving gradual activities for all of your team members, because that will really help them feel confident that you have confidence in them and that you believe in them as well. So try not to have favorites and try not to give everything to the same couple people. And lead by example. Demonstrate your own willingness to delegate by delegating tasks yourself. By showing your staff that you trust them with important responsibilities. You inspire them to take ownership and excel in their roles. So remember, effective delegation is not about offloading your tasks, but rather to empower your staff and foster a collaborative work environment. By following these 12 tips, you can become a more effective childcare director and create a positive impact for both your staff and the children that you serve. So we hope that those tips were helpful. If you like today's episode, we ask that you leave us a review and put on your notifications so that way you will know when the next episode of the Childcare Director's Chair has been uploaded. Thank you again for tuning in and have a great day. Bye.